Let me tell you something that most people won't say out loud. The reason you're thinking about giving up isn't because you're weak, but it's because you've been strong for too long with no visible reward. But hear me, and hear me now. God does not waste faithfulness. He doesn't forget the seeds that he's planting in the ground that may be silent in you. See, Galatians 6:9 says, let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we don't give up. If that word carries the whole promise, what are we waiting for? See, welcome to the Burning Empowerment of Your Soul blog series. See, today, don't give up. Believe for the impossible. This isn't motivation, this is the leadership principle. Because believing for the impossible is not wishful thinking, but it's discipline. The daily discipline of trusting God's timeline when every single thing around you says quit. Hebrews 11:1 says, faith is the substance of things hoped for, yet the evidence of things not seen. Nelson Mandela said it always seems impossible until it's finally done. This message is for leaders, for shepherds who are tired of waiting but refuse to stop walking. Most leaders, they don't quit because it's hard. Let me say it again. Most leaders, they don't quit because it's hard. They quit because it's slow. You can handle the fire. You've been through the fire your whole life. What breaks people is the waiting, the silence, the invisible season where you're doing everything right and nothing seems to be moving. You're showing up, you're praying, you're working, and the results? Just crickets in the wind. Abraham, the father of nations, waited 25 years for Isaac. 25 years between the promise and the baby. You think he didn't question it? Yes. You think Sarah didn't laugh? She literally laughed at God. That's in the Bible, see? But here's the thing. The promise was never canceled. It was being prepared, and so was Abraham. See, I know what it feels like. When I was in the Marine Corps, there were missions where we sat in a position for hours. Sometimes it seemed like days, and nothing happened. And every fiber in you wanted to move. It wanted to force something to happen. But you learn, and you learn well, that discipline is the weight in the mission. The weight isn't the obstacle. The weight is the training. So if you're in the season right now and God is silent, he's not absent, but he's forming you and he's disciplining you right now. How do you lead when you can't see results? That's your question, right? This is where most people walk away. Right here, spot, the invisible season, where nobody sees your effort. Nobody's clapping loud enough for you. Nobody posts about your grind. And the enemy whispers, it's not working. You're wasting your time. See, let me take you to Genesis chapter 39, all the way through 41, where Joseph, this man, was thrown into a pit by his own brothers, sold into slavery, falsely accused, thrown into prison for years. Years of faithfulness with zero visible reward. But catch this, in every single season, the Bible says the same thing. The Lord was with Joseph. Not the Lord rescued Joseph immediately. Not that the Lord made it comfortable. The Lord was with him. Yes, and Joseph, he didn't stop being excellent just because no one was watching. He ran the prison like he ran Potiphar's house, with integrity, with presence, and consistency. You know what that tells me? Your faithfulness is the invisible season, is what qualifies you for the visible one. Let me put this in other words. A farmer doesn't dig up a seed to check it if it's growing. That's insane. You've killed the very thing that you planted, right? So stop pulling up your faith to inspect it. Stop asking God for a progress report every 48 hours. You plant it, he waters it, and trust the soil that what's in has been put in. Let me ask you something that nobody else will ask you tonight. Have you ever laid in bed, the lights are off, the phone's down, and you ask yourself, am I wasting my life? Not out loud, but you never said it out loud. It's in the silence when nobody's watching, nobody's clapping, nobody's posting about your grind. That question creeps in like smoke underneath a door. Does any of this even matter? I've been there. After I've lost everything, career gone, identity shattered, I remember staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m. thinking, God, you must have forgot about me. See, the profound verdict in Psalms 30 and 5 doesn't negotiate with your feeling. It declares, weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. The verse doesn't say joy might come. It says it will come. It's already on the way. Your midnight is not your destiny. It's your preparation. Therefore, your darkest night is not your ending point. It's God's warming you up for the morning. So, if there's a midnight right now, stay quiet, stay consistent, stay connected to God. Don't quit in the dark. The sun hasn't forgot you. How does belief change these outcomes? Now here's what nobody tells you about believing for the impossible. Belief is not a feeling. I need you to hear that. Belief is not a feeling. It's a decision, a daily deliberate decision, a defiant decision to trust what God says over what's in your eyes, what they see. See Mark chapter 5, verse 25 through 34. The woman with the issue of blood, 12 years. I said 12 years of suffering. She spent everything that she had on doctors, got the worst of the worst reports. She didn't get better. By law, she was declared unclean. She wasn't even supposed to be in that crowd, but she pressed through it anyway. She didn't wait for permission. She didn't wait to be for the invitation. She pushed through the crowd with the belief as her only weapon. And she said, if I just touch the hem of his garment, I will be made whole. Not I might, not I hope so, but I will. That belief is a weapon. That's what I'm that's what I'm talking about. And I'm bringing this home. See, because growing up in Camden, New Jersey, one of the most dangerous cities in America at the time I was growing up, everything around me said, you won't make it. The street said, the statistics said, and everything in life around me said that it's not going to work out for you. But something inside me, something that God planted, refused to agree with all those different reports. I didn't have a roadmap. I didn't have connections. I had a decision that I had to make. A belief that was louder than the environment that was around me. And that belief carried me to the Marine Corps, to ministry, and to this microphone right here and right now. You don't need everybody to believe in you. You need you to believe in you. And you need to know that the God who planted the dream in you is faithful to finish it. Philippians chapter 1 and 6 says, he who began a work in you will, and that's a big capitalization on that W, will carry it on to completion. Will not, will. Yes, he will complete it. See, so let me break this down and bring it back to you. The impossible doesn't bow to talent. It doesn't bow to your resources or your resume or your reputation or what other people report about you. It bows to the person who refused to quit. And I want you to sit with two questions right now. Number one, what have you been on the edge of quitting about? Be honest with yourself. And number two, what if the breakthrough is closer than you even think? What if you're about 3 feet from the goal and you're about to walk away? Romans 8 and 28 says, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who are called according to his purpose. All things, not some things, not the easy things, but all things. Yes, come on. Your pain has a purpose. Your wait has a destiny, and your impossible is in God's invitation. If you are choosing today, if you're choosing right now not to give up, I want you to type these words that I believe. If not for me, not for you, because declaration has power. When you say it, you seal it. If this message spoke to your soul, subscribe to this channel. We do this every single week, equipping leaders, empowering souls, building faith that lasts. And to whoever needs to hear this right now, God has not forgotten about you. Your season is coming, and you will not be put ashamed. Be blessed. Stay tuned. Stay burning, even if it feel like it's impossible. Because this was the Burning Empowerment of Your Soul blog series. And I'll see you again next week, Monday at 6. God bless.